really up for it because it's kind of beats out tradition or whatever. I don't know, but I don't. I mean, you can't. I mean, traditions. It's a big deal. I think Alabama and Auburn for sure. And most of the college teams they go for a more traditional look, other than maybe like Oregon.
Definitely Oregon.
But, yeah, you definitely have to upgrade stuff when you can, especially to bring in recruits. You got to keep it fresh,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that about does it on the news. Yeah, I mean it's hard to find stuff that's going on right now. When the season starts, we'll definitely have stuff to talk about all the time.
Yeah, pretty much all we got right now is at the next level with former SEC players. That's pretty much all the updates that there is right now. So,
but yeah, we need to make a sound for bold predictions because you got one on Twitter, didn't you?
I did. Actually got a message on Twitter from at ConTheMan7 with what he calls a piping hot take.
What was his name? It was Sir Budweiser.
Yeah, it's Sir Bud the Wiser.
Yes.
And
great name.
We really appreciate any comments, anything you want to tell us. You
definitely.
With us.
If you got something in your mind, please send it to us. You can hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, or at Gmail.
Yeah.
At Mouth of South Podcast at gmail.com. Well, I mean it's Mouth of South Podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah.
I got that. You always have to put like an @ sign for Twitter or Facebook to like find it on there. So
yeah. I'll go ahead and tell you that the best way to reach us will be Facebook and Twitter. If you don't have either of those, then the email is an option for you.
Yeah, I mean definitely email because I usually check it every day. Yeah, I definitely try to make sure I'm looking at it, so that way if you do decide to send us something, you can. I mean, because not everyone has Facebook and Twitter, so a lot of people, and I mean most everybody should have at least an email. So
yeah.
But so what did this guy say? What was his hot piping take?
He said the Texas A&M Aggies are going to win the SEC West this year.
Ooh, bold.
Yeah, and I can't fully disagree with him.
Think so? You had Texas A&M pretty high on your predictions, didn't you?
Yeah, one of the first shows we recorded here, I had.
Yeah, we had a little technical malfunction there, but we're back. So, what was that again? You're talking. I know you had Texas A&M picked pretty high on your our podcast about the predictions for the West.
Yeah, one of the first ones we recorded, I had them actually on the outside looking in of the playoffs. I think they lose one, maybe two games, but I didn't actually have them winning the West. So I can't fully agree with them, but I can't fully disagree with them either.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. They definitely had to take out Alabama. And do you think they have the players to pull it off this year? I mean, you still don't have Dabo's players, and he's doing with what he can with the teams.
Yeah, I think they have a better shot at beating Clemson than Alabama.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're going to know soon enough because they play Clemson like the first or second game, don't they?
It's early in the season.
Yeah. If any team could, especially like strength of schedule wise, I think A&M has the toughest schedule in the SEC, possibly college football.
Yeah.
I mean, they might have the toughest one in college football. I know it was like between South Carolina, A&M, and Auburn. They all have really tough schedules.
Yeah, just brutal.
Which, especially playing Clemson and Alabama on the same schedule, it really helps. Just imagine if they played Georgia too.
I don't think they play Georgia.
They don't. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't. But just imagine if they did. I mean, their schedule would be like not even a competition between others, for strength of schedule. So, I don't see them, winning the West. Which Something about college coaches in their second year, they tend to do really well. So you can take that for what it's worth. Yeah, I think they could finish third or second. Any thoughts on that?
All right. Sorry for the pause there, but there's some potential breaking news coming out of Columbus right now, where Justin Fields lost the starting job at Ohio State.
No way.
Like I said, I can't confirm it, but there's been a couple reports earlier in the week that he is struggling to secure it, and now there's a couple reports out now that he actually lost it to transfer from Kentucky Gunnar Hoke.
Wow.
Like I said, it might be a false rumor.
Yeah, you never know until games start or whatever. But yeah, that is some big news because we did a poll on who could win Heisman about a week ago, and we had one dude like, well, what about Justin Fields? Well, I mean, like you never know if he's going to start, and the guy's probably thinking now like, wow.
Yeah, and that is that's out of the Columbus Dispatch, which I'm guessing is a local newspaper in Columbus there, and it's via Joey Kaufman.
Huh.
So
well,
that's where the credit goes to on that, if it turns out to be true.
Well, that's definitely a big news there. So
yeah, that shakes up a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone thought that he was just going to win the job, just walking in there. So
yeah.
But yes. So what was your last thoughts on A&M before we throw that away and get into these talking about the tradition and stuff? We got a little background noise going on right now, but
yeah, it's a good day to mow the yard. Nice and hot.
For sure. Maybe I should be mowing right now.
Same here. I'll side with agreeing with him because I think that it's very possible that they win the West, but I'm not picking them to win the West.
I'm gonna put it like this. So I'm an Auburn fan, so obviously I think and want my team to do really good, and I think they could have the team to do it. But if I had to have any dark horse, it'd be A&M for sure. They could turn out to be really good.
And they could turn out to be a complete flop too. I mean,
you never know. I mean, that's just how it goes. But I mean, honestly, I think their quarterback has progressed just in 1 year from playing under Jimbo.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's where we're at right now. So let's swap on over to the main topic.
Yeah.
So we as just to introduce the topic again, we had a guy that pretty much said that he didn't know what team to go for, and he wanted to root for a team but didn't know where to start. So obviously we're gonna throw some SEC teams in there because I don't think any SEC. I mean, like, there's no fan base that's as big as SEC. Can you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say Ohio State and Michigan's fan bases are up there.
I'm going to say like a conference as a whole.
As a whole?
As a whole, yeah. Now, there's definitely teams that have really big fan bases for sure, but I think the SEC conference as a whole is just something else. It's a different atmosphere.
They also have a bunch of haters too, because they are the best. So.
Well, let's put it like this: Alabama. I mean, like, for a winning standard, they're probably the best team you want to watch. Maybe that considers you a bandwagoner if you're not a true fan. You haven't been a fan, for 10, 15 years through the, I don't know, like the Mike Sheila years, and the years that Alabama lost to Auburn like 6 years in a row. But yeah, so definitely like on a winning, in a winning perception, yeah, they're definitely the team to watch. I mean, if I could, think of like a something to compare Alabama to, it'd be like the Death Star in Star Wars. I mean, pretty much Saban's like the Sith Lord or Darth Vader, wherever you want to go, and Alabama's the Death Star. You can't beat them. I mean, it's like the Empire, you know. It's just that's the way it is, man. You know, someone's going to ride through and stop them eventually, but right now they're just unstoppable.
Yeah. Man, we can always count on Dano here for our movie references.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We got his.
I'm a big nerd.
We got his Avengers themed Auburn hype video. If you haven't seen it, you need to check that out.
Yeah,
it's very well done.
It's even fun to watch if you're not an Auburn fan.
Yeah. But, and now you got him name dropping Star Wars.
Force would be so proud right now.
He would.
Yeah, so maybe that makes Dabo like Luke Skywalker. I don't know.
Yeah, and then
some people may disagree, especially Alabama fans, but I mean, I think that's a huge compliment.
And then you got Notre Dame; they could be Star Trek. I mean,
yeah, because no one watches Star Trek.
Yeah,
yeah. But anyways, let's run through some lists. You got anything pulled up over there?
Yeah, I got some pulled up. I got a couple off the top of my head. I'm thinking of.
You want to go SEC first, and then progress. You know, go over to because I mean, there's definitely different ones in like every conference.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna go. You know, I was just gonna go random, really. But if you want to go by conference,
that's fine.
We can.
Rank it. No, not from like conference to conference. I'm just random, and we'll throw some different ones other than SEC because SEC is not the one with the. It's not the only conference with big things like that. So
yeah. So you want to start us out with one?
Well, I know exactly which one I should start out with. Roland Timmer's Corner. I mean, what other college team does that?
Well, no other college team rolls Tumor Corner.
Well, yeah, but no team like rolls their, pretty much can't. Like, it seems, some people, I know I've heard other fans say like, oh, that's dumb, but when you actually get in there and you experience that, it's a loads of fun. I mean, it's nice to go down, right there in Tumor's Corner, and it just looks like it snowed. It looks like Christmas after you win a game.
Yeah.
Man, they're quick at picking it up too. They got that down path for sure. I guess after so many years, they
it's routine.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's a really cool experience for sure. If you're you never experienced that before, and they got the Tiger Walk, which every team kind of does that. I know Alabama has the Walk of Champions where they walk into the stadium or whatever.
Yeah.
Tennessee, they take a longer walk. I don't know what they call it.
The ball walk.
Ball walk. Yeah. Man, I witnessed the game there, and they walked. They walk a stroke to get to the stadium.
Yeah, that's why they're always tired, I guess.
Yeah. You got a tradition for Tennessee that I'm missing out? I know they do the tee.
Yeah, they run through the tee. Really, there's not a whole lot of just downright traditions.
Well, let's be honest. They also do the. They're one of two teams in the whole conference. I mean, all of college football that has where there's like boat access.
Yeah.
Them and Washington is the only teams that you have that luxury in. Man, they have a boat party out there right there by the stadium. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I know a guy that would leave a couple of days early. He would go from the Tennessee River and go all the way, they would just kind of go on their little yacht or whatever all the way to Knoxville.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's party all the way there. I had never heard of that before. I didn't know you could even make it that far.
Yeah.
But evidently you can. So that's something that Tennessee has that no one really has.
Yeah, more so when I think of Tennessee. If you want to become a fan of Tennessee, you got to look back further than these recent years. You got storied players that's just come out of there. Peyton Manning, Reggie White, Eric Berry, Arian Foster, Johnny Majors. The list just goes on and on with them. So they produce talent. Personally, I love the orange that they wear.
Tennessee?
Yeah. And the checkerboard,
The checkerboard's always a nice thing, which Kentucky does that too. What's the thing behind that? Why do y'all both have checkerboard?
I don't even really know the story behind it.
I guess it's kind of the thing with the Houndstooth with